here. I gotta make this post. I gotta do X, Y, or Z. Sometimes accountability factor is the key to success when it comes to that consistency.
Okay.
Because see, right now, look at you said this is the most consistent you've ever been, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially when it came to, being like working out in a regime like this, But sometimes I would slack off. Like, last year I got like a 3-month membership at World Gym, and I would go like 3 times a week for like, the first 3 weeks, and then it ended up being 2 times a week the next week. And then it was 1 time a week the next week. And then eventually there were a couple weeks where I just didn't go,
Yeah.
And then ultimately I just lost money.
Yeah.
First, and lost the investment in, building strength and getting leaner and stuff like that. So
And
yeah, absolutely. This is the most consistent I've been.
And that's good.
Like,
and when you, two things, having that accountability coach or partner is good. It's going to give you that factor. But the second part is when you start to see the results that you're producing in your life, you're going to say to yourself, why not? Why not? If your business is doing better, why not? If your fitness is doing better, why not? If your mental health is doing better, why not? You're going to always want to produce more in your life. You're an entrepreneur. Why would you not want that across the board in your life? Because the better you make yourself, the better everything around you becomes. Some days I don't feel like going to the gym, but I do it anyways. I do it because of discipline. Because I know that's going to translate over to my business. I know that's going to translate over to when I don't feel like meditating, I got to sit down, or I don't feel like journaling, I got to do it. It's going to translate over. So you got to keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. Have the accountability, have the discipline. Make yourself better because everything around you becomes better. You start to see the result, you're going to just want to keep doing it. But it's a period of time that you have to take in order to keep building that consistency. But the consistency will not happen just overnight. Make sense?
Yes, makes sense.
Okay. We're going to go, as CJ just got online, we're going to get CJ in a second here, but I do want to ask, the homework you had from last week, is it done? Is it completed?
I wouldn't say all of it is completed, if I'm being completely honest with you, but a lot of it is. I would just say the last 2 questions of the last question, the last 2 questions of the reflection questions, I really didn't answer completely or didn't really finish.
Well, let's say.
And number 5 as well. How will quitting these things align with your personal and professional success? So yes, that just leads into another thing, I guess, of not being consistent enough to complete this.
It'll take time, but I can tell you right off the bat, the answer to that question right there, dropping those things, how will that lead to your success? You dropping those things is going to make you better. The better you make yourself, the better everything around you becomes. Simple stuff, but it's not easy. Sometimes we just need that push in that direction to get it done. But I tell you what, that homework, I want you to bring it tomorrow to class.
Okay.
That is your deadline to finish those last 2. That's your deadline to finish those last 2.
Okay. All right.
Okay. CJ, take yourself off of mute, sir.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. You got video or no video?
Hold on 1 second.
In a second here, right? Once we do CJ's part, we're going to go over, well, CJ and D, we're going to go over some bad habits and aligned habits. And you're going to get to see what resonates with you. I'm going to give you the conversion to it. Okay? CJ, sir, I want you to introduce yourself. You are new to the program. D is